Welcome to my exhibition at Morston Village Hall. My name is Sally Temple. I'm an artist. I paint in oil and I paint using my hands. My love and inspiration is the light and from the sky of the North Norfolk coastline, and that gives me the inspiration to do what I do. Born and bred in North Norfolk, I spent my life on the water and I'm on the boats, and I just love the feeling the place gives you once you've had a walk on it. It's the air, it's the light, it's the feeling of freedom. Special place. I've always loved to paint. It wasn't until the age of 19 I was offered my first exhibition, and it was in Burnham Market. It was a very successful thing. From that I think I gained a bit of confidence, and over the years I've done various paintings for people and I've done mural work, but it wasn't until probably when I reached my 40s that so the last 15 years that I've actually painted more for a job, which is lovely, and it's something I've always wanted to do. When I went to high school, I chose art as one of my choices at O-level. Following that, went on to do A-level art, and we had a trip to the National Museum in London. And I didn't really know about artists' names. I knew artists' paintings that I'd seen and liked. But I was in the room. It happened to be John William Turner's room of art. I didn't know that, but there was a painting on the wall that I was pretty much spellbound by. And I sat there, and we had these forms that you had to fill out. And I wasn't even bothered about filling my form out. My friends had all finished and had gone to the cafe, and they came back, they said, "You're still sitting here." And I was so taken in by this amazing artist, and I didn't know who he was. But having left there, I then looked into it more, and it was his portrayal of skies and the way he was able to do these large paintings that on first view were of nothing, and then the more you looked, the more you saw. He did incredible work within cloudscapes and landscapes that were hidden by these huge skies and very dramatic. And I think that gave me the buzz and the feel to paint more, and to paint more in the style that I do, I guess. So yeah, I think it was that trip that really fueled me. The reason I paint with my hands is down to an art teacher at A-level when I was at City College in Norwich. He always got us to do off-the-wall stuff. He was really inspiring. And one day he came in and he said, "Right, everybody blindfolded." He said, "And there's 3 carrier bags I'm going to carry around the room." He said, "I want each of you to put your hand in the bags and have a feel around." So the bags, it transpired, were a bag of cold-cooked spaghetti, a bag of twigs and leaves, and a bag of, I think it was materials and sandpaper. I can't remember, I was 17. But anyway, that kind of thing. But what stuck vividly in my mind, and I can remember to this day, was the feeling of the cold-cooked spaghetti. And once we've all had a feel in the bags, he said, "Right, remove your blindfolds. With any materials in the room that you can find," he said, "what I want you to do is paint a picture, not of what you thought it was in the bag, but of how what it was in the bag made you feel." I love that feeling of the wet and the stickiness, and I thought oil is wet and sticky. So I used my hands to portray the feeling, and worked obviously in oil. And it sounds really cliched and a bit cheesy, but it's the truth. From that day, I then painted with my hands, because I realised that the feeling of emotion that I have of what it is I want to say is here. So it can come directly from me onto the board, and that's why I paint with my fingers. It's incredibly therapeutic. It's a very emotional way to paint. I paint, obviously skies are my big thing, and you can have an incredibly moody sky, or you can have a very light, calm sky. So for me, funnily enough, it's a household joke, "Oh, what mood is mum in? Well, let's look at the painting she's done today." So I can get anger out in a painting, I can portray happiness in a painting. So I think for me, it's a real escapism and a way to get emotion down, to hopefully please the eye of somebody else. But quite honestly, it's about how I'm feeling, and hopefully it translates into a nice painting too.